So I received this very cool question from one of my friends, and synchronistically, the day after, another friend asked me in person how to work with angels. So I think it's interesting, and so I say let's do a video to reply to everyone at once. And just a little anecdote: it's interesting that I received this question on Valentine's Day because actually the Lover's card has nothing to do with romantic love. And it is said that this is a lot of practitioners sees Archangel Raphael actually here in helping us uh, alchemizing the inner marriage. So okay, let's move on. First, before you want to work with an angel, you need to have an idea, a clear idea of what an angel means to you and your system. Because otherwise your inner mind will not really get it and your result will be murky at best. So I'm going to give you my perspective, but if you want to work with any kind of entity, god, deity, whatever, just go on the Wikipedia page and just get at least a bit acquainted, okay, with the different ways, different traditions, understand and or approaches that character, that myth, that archetype. So start with this, okay? Just get familiarized a little bit with who is Raphael according to different perspective. My perspective, okay, which is, I'm not saying is, I'm just looking for what's useful, okay, I'm a very pragmatic magician. My approach is always esoteric, which means that I don't consider angels and entities to be outside of me. They're elements of my psyche to which I can connect in order to bring more peace, wisdom, love, whatever are the different functions of the angels. The definition of an angel for me, it's a direct thought of God, which hasn't been tainted by reflection and lies and illusion. So basically you are an angel as well. I am an angel. We are all angels because we are all thoughts in the dream of God, okay? The thing is that we are living the nightmare part of God here in this physical realm. And to connect with an angel is to connect with a part of God which is reaching through the nightmare with a willingness to help. All right? This is what it means. So in my framework, in my mythology, in my approach. So Archangel Raphael is actually the patron, the ruler of the planet Mercury. Once again, the planet, in astrology, the Sun, the Moon, the Mars, Venus, whatever. So Mercury is a driving force of my psyche. The only driving force of my psyche that I can really identify is my Sun, is who I think I am, who I define myself to be. But there are so many elements of my psyche I'm not really aware of. And this is where the beauty of working with those forces, it's a way to understand who you truly are from within. So working with Archangel Raphael is to work with the most healing, how can I say, the divine part of you, of your Mercury function, which is the function of organizing thought, to find harmony between the different way you can understand the world and communicate with it. So it's all the functions of movement, communication, traveling, and it's very healing as well. It's an aspect. Raphael means literally in Hebrew the healing of God. So because he can basically help you find harmony with all the different parts of your psyche. So it's a fantastic archangel to work with. At least for me, I feel very close to Raphael because the more you play that game of anthropomorphizing or giving a shape, a name and form and function to an unconscious part of yourself, the more you allow that part to reply to you and to be helpful to you. It's a practice. There's nothing to believe, okay? In magic, you don't believe, you practice, you build your muscles, you build a system that eventually serves you. Not eventually, it's very quick, but you need still some consistency. So, okay, you want to work with Archangel Raphael. So what would you do now? You have a basic idea of who that character, that entity, that force, that aspect of you is. How do you do that now? It's always the same thing. Yeah? Magic is, you enter a state of magic when you enter relaxation and focus, both at the same time. So there's many aspects now to do that and to prepare yourself for a beautiful communion with Raphael. You can use his sigil, for example, which is a signature, and this is the most common one from Raphael. I love it very much. You can use what's called a planetary square. This is an 8x8 mercurial planetary square. And what you do, you do it yourself, okay? And then when you want to connect with the angel, you just count 1, 2, 3 by. It's like tapping the numbers on the dial on the phone. And then when it's done, you can say oh, I'm connected with Archangel Raphael. I can bring about my petition, my prayer, my gratitude, whatever. As I said, you can also use maybe the Lover's card, or you can use anything. Each archangel has a metal, a planet, a metal, some herbs attributed to it. Those are called correspondences. In my system, the one I've accepted, I use the color yellow to represent yellow here, to represent Mercury, to represent Raphael, really, as well. But in other systems, that might be orange or that might be emerald. So it's not about believing, and it's not even about finding the truth. Please don't fall into the trap. It's an easy trap when you're a beginner practitioner to search for the truth system. There is no true system. Once again, you build up a system inside of you as a bridge to communicate with your deep mind and then your divine mind, okay? The part of yourself who is never been hurt, that is still fully healthy and powerful. So that would be my approach. Maybe burn, it's very common as well to burn a candle because it represents bringing the light into the dark. So you put yourself into you turn off the light or the electronics, keep a single candle. I would use a yellow candle myself. It doesn't matter. You can use anything, okay? You don't even have actually to use a candle, but it's just nice. It's just to set your mind in a way to say, I'm going within now, and I use external tools in order to help me relax and go within in a playful and charming way. Understand? That's good magic right there. And then when you've done that, you can write a letter. This is what I would advise you to do, because Mercury, Raphael are as a function of communication. So it works really well with the written word. You could write a letter and starting by Dear Archangel Raphael, and start to ask your thing. Ask that you want to understand him better, you want to bring a connection, a relationship with him, and then what you do, you take a little moment once you've done your letter, take a deep breath, and then you write a letter from Raphael. Okay, so you still use your hand, it's you, but you say, if I would be the highest, if I would be tuned with infinite intelligence, which is my interpretation of Archangel Raphael. If I would be tuned right now to infinite intelligence, what would I say to myself according to that letter? And then you say, dear me, I would say dear Kronos, for example, but that's my magical name, dear Kronos. And then I will write as if I would be Raphael replying to me. Try something like that and tell me how it feels. And yeah, trust your magic, definitely, because you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to have any other magicians or practitioners to attune you to a specific planetary or angelic energy, because they are inside of you, okay? So you got it. I hope it helps. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to reply. Mwah, blessed be. I love you.